My name is Madelaine. I am originally from northern Saskatchewan in a Métis community called Isle La Crosse. I am currently living on tis-Cree territory, also known as Maple Ridge. I am Cree and I am Métis.
My name is Kehew. I am sister to Madelaine, and I am Cree Métis. I am also a mom to 4 kids, and I am a doula with Indigenous organization locally. I live in tis-Cree territory, Maple Ridge, and I work in Surrey, which is also the tis-Cree, Kwantlen, and Semiahmoo territories. Even though Maddie and I are sisters, we lived completely different lives.
When I first got my traditional name, tis-Cree, which stands for Strong Earth Woman, I got that name when I was 27, and it came at a time where I was in a very unhealthy, unsafe relationship that I was trying to escape from. I could have looked at it negatively, and I chose to look at it that Creator brought a message through someone that wasn't very positive in my life at the time. And I remember thinking, okay, I'm going to shift my world now. My world is going to go a different direction. And it did. But then I also went through cancer. My dad told me, you have to love this journey. You have to love it. You can't hate it, because the frequency of hate is going to create more negative frequencies and make you even more sick. And I didn't understand truly what he was talking about until I really embodied love and I became love. And I talked, sounds weird, but I talked to that tumor. And I said, I'm grateful for what you're bringing me, however long you're going to be here, what it is you're teaching me. And when I went into surgery, the doctor asked me, are you ready for us to take your breast, Miss McCallum? And in that moment, I knew I had shifted my perspective on my worldview, because I looked at her and I said, you're not taking anything from me. I said, I'm giving it to you.
Large part of my identity is being a mother. Found out that I was pregnant when I was 17, and that shifted and changed my world. It was just like transitioning from teenagehood into this adulthood, but also now having a baby, having another being in this life to take care of and to teach them all the things that I never got taught. I haven't been talking to Maddie for a while. Like, we haven't talked for a long time. We weren't connecting. When I was pregnant, Maddie invited me to her keynote. I had never heard her speak about her life experience. And when Maddie started speaking from her heart and her life experience on that stage, it was very emotional. And I didn't know that she had gone through. And I felt a wave of guilt that I had not shown up for her when she had cancer. And I think that's what a lot of it was not knowing how to show up for family. Because I didn't know how to show up for myself. So if I can't do that for me, how am I supposed to do it for other people? And ever since then, we've been in each other's lives. And it's not perfect. Like, we still fight and have arguments. Like, we just had an argument.
I'm learning what sisterhood is. I have been in a life of survival, and I've really only had time to think about myself and how I was going to survive to get to the next day. I have 16 siblings because I've adopted a lot of chosen family along the way as well. And I sometimes had stronger relationships with the chosen family because there wasn't the dynamic of the family trauma. And so sisterhood is in a creation phase for me right now.
Maddie has been my sister in my life that's been the constant. And she always knows when something is up. And I don't know how she does it. It must be this connection that we have.
Dance is like my relative. Dance is my guardian, my guiding light, my protection, my first love. Dance has saved my life many times, so dance is also my hero.
Dance to me is a way that me and Maddie connect. Everybody loves to move their body. It's your expression, it's your personality. And I have a very goofy personality. And I'm really afraid to let that out in front of some people, but not Maddie.
I am in full present feeling when I'm dancing. And I know because when I'm in there, I don't think about my next movement. I'm so in my body. My dad always says, you know, when you spin a top and it's just spinning perfect, it's not wobbling and it's just in alignment. He said, my girl, when you dance, that's what you do.
When we're dancing together, when we have a performance or something, I'm a very meticulous person that needs to know, like, or wants to know, like, what are we doing? What are the steps we're doing? Okay, let's write it down and let's do it. And Maddie's like, we're doing this tradition style. We're just gonna go in there. Okay, let's just do this. All right. And I'm just like, okay, we can do this. We can do this. Yeah, we're totally fine.
The music is powerful. The dancing is so fun. It's a social dance. It teaches you about relationships. It teaches you about connection, about leading and following. The music fuels me and it moves me and it guides me. So for me, there's nothing going on here. I'm fully embodied in wherever dance takes me.
Maddie says all the time, nobody knows what you're doing. Nobody knows exactly what you're supposed to be doing. It doesn't matter. So that's mostly how that goes through my mind of just going, breathe, Kehew. Okay, blink. All right, okay, just keep going. All right, move that feet. All right, do this that way, go there.
That's amazing. I've never seen you do that. That's amazing. That's it. Good, eh?
I know that I am community built. It was the relationships with community and me just going and really saying, I want to be loved. And people knew that. And the ones who could give that love gave that to me and they built me up. I go to speak, I go to dance and perform. And each time I do that, there's a gem. Each time validates me, but also it's reciprocity. We get to live in reciprocity.
In my job that I have now, I'm making an impact in the community. It actually brings me so much happiness. I know that there are moms out there that have a need for somebody like me to help them through their journey, and I can be that for them. And even though it's just a drop in the bucket in my perspective, for them, it's their whole world.
What I see happening is our communities are healing. It's not that our people were broken, it's that these strengths of ours were ripped away. And we always had them. That's why they were ripped away.
I know that, yes, I was born with ceremony. I've lived in ceremony my whole life. But I think that when you're in that space, you really take it for granted. You really don't realize the beautiful gift that you've been given. There is a displacement in our Indigenous society that people weren't grown in our culture. People don't know what the protocols or what the ceremonies are even. And I'm really practicing being humble and grateful and sharing as much as I can, because there is a lot of pain. It's important to acknowledge both the pain and the goodness. What Maddie's been teaching me and what we're learning together is to push through and heal.
Indigenous peoples, and I can speak from me being an Indigenous woman, that we are strong. And we shouldn't have to be strong. When we say we're strong, it means we went through a hard situation and we got through it. And I see our communities strengthening, like this last week, Indigenous Fashion Arts in Toronto, Canadian Screen Awards, Little Bird won like 10. We're in this world where social media and the expectations of to be this and that, the society doesn't tell us, be yourself and love yourself as you are, because as you are is enough, right? Like, and anything you add to it or anything is an addition. I have this power that I didn't know that I had. And every single Indigenous child has that same power and that same gift.
You are loved. You mean something. It is so okay to be yourself. You're not supposed to be anything but what you want to be.
It's giving me so much hope that our communities are just going to be shining lights, that when you look from the universe, the reservations, the Métis communities, the settlements, you know, that you see them, they're going to be the brightest lights from the universe that we can see, because our people are seeing that and they're feeding that in each other, and they're saying, you know what, you are a beautiful gift. You know, the 65-year-old elder, you are a beautiful gift, and I'm so grateful you're alive. That's hope, and that's strength to me.